Well, good morning, everybody. The Looney Woman here. So, yesterday I made some of Nancy Morgan's famous tea cakes. And so, this video is dedicated to Nancy. And I know I'm not going to do it like Nancy did. That was 20 years ago when Nancy taught me how to, or tried to teach everybody at then South Central Bell how to make tea cakes, but she had it down pat. It took me forever to try to get close to her, and I do things a little bit different because I'm not Nancy, so I just have to do the best I can. Also, I apologize in advance to my children, to Amanda, Matthew, and Allison, for me doing a video because they tell me to stay off of Facebook and quit doing this stupid stuff, but I enjoy it. And you know, lots of times when you ask for a recipe, when you see something somebody's done and you ask for their recipe, then, you know, I'm like, God, I wish I could just watch them do it. So I encourage all of y'all, just get out there. We're all real. Come on, get in the kitchen and do a video and let me see how you really do it. Okay, so today we're going to get started. We're going to do Nancy Morgan's tea cakes. And if you'll see from my recipe, this thing is so old where I typed it up about 20 years ago on how she did it. I'll post this, but what you're gonna need is 4 eggs, 1.5 cups of sugar, 1 1/3 cups of melted shortening, and I use not oil, you gotta use Crisco, okay? Solid shortening. And 3 cups of plain all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Okay, so that's your ingredients, and like I said, I'll post that. So we'll get started. Now, if you don't make a mess while making these cookies, then you've done something wrong. Okay, so let's just put it out there because this ain't no cooking show. It's just to show you how to do it. All right, all of you young little mothers out there, save up your pennies and get you a KitchenAid mixer. It's nothing like it. Mine is so old, it talks back to me, and I need a new one, but I'm not going to till it croaks, so it's my Old Faithful, but you do need a KitchenAid mixer. It really, really does make all the difference in the world and in your baking and you know what you do. Okay, so we're going to get started. First of all, we're going to mix the eggs. It takes 4 eggs. Now, secret here. As you see in these eggs right here, there are some that have already been cracked. Huh, very good. When you do your eggs, you know, you're gonna crack them, put them back into your carton. Leave them in your carton, it doesn't matter. They're gonna be fine in the refrigerator, and then what you're gonna do once you get it all full, I've got about 3 or 4 of them right now out on my deck. You're going to get them and you're going to smash them up real good in a big Ziploc bag, and you're going to put them on your tomatoes and your flowers everywhere because they love the eggshells. It's got a lot of potassium on them that flowers and gardens and things like that like. So, you know, I didn't come up with that. Probably my gardener's sister taught me to do that. I may have come up with just leaving them in the carton, but anyway, that's what I do. So, got my eggs, put my eggshells back in there, tra-la-la, put those to the side. Get your mixer going, start it out on slow so you won't have egg all over your face. Catch that? All right, let's just beat them. What you want to do is just kind of get them, you know, just well beaten egg. So, it doesn't take a long time, and while we're going to do that, we're going to put in 1.5 cups of sugar. Okay? Get those going pretty good like that. I'm going to turn it down, and I'm going to put in my 1.5 cups of sugar, and I'm going to let that be. Now, while that's going, here's a big secret. Take your pan. Yes, my pans are very, very old. Take your butter. You can put it in a Ziploc bag to save your hands from getting gross. But anyway, you want to butter the heck out of that pan. Just take all of your frustrations about Corona out on this pan. Just give it to it. And then what you're going to do, you're going to put these pans in the oven. I have preheated the oven to 350 degrees. I do have double oven. So I'm going to put one in each one of these. Because what you want to do while you're mixing it up, you want those pans to get real hot. Because that's the secret to Nancy's cookies, I think, and I think Nancy told me that one time, is that you want to get them so hot sometimes that when you pour the batter on it sizzles. If you don't, you'll have little puffy tea cakes, little high-rise puffy tea cakes. If you like that kind of thing, go for it. They're still good. I don't. I personally like the flatter the better. Nancy used to bring in this beautiful basket with this pretty dish towel in it, and she'd have these cookies, I promise you, were like pancakes, and they were wafer thin. They were real soft, buttery in the middle, and crispy on the outside, and I loved them. So that's how I'm going to do it today. All right, so we've got our sugar, we've got our eggs. Now we're going to get our shortening. All right, so what I've done is in the microwave, I melted 1 1/3 cups of my solid Crisco. This is hot, but it's not so hot you don't want to have fried tea cakes, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and pour this in. Just get it melted. That's a lot of carbs going in there. That's why I have a weight problem. Whatever. I'll die happy. All right, let's get that going. Don't splatter it, but can't see that, but it's, it's turning a kind of a light yellow color, and that's what you want. All right, now, while this is going on, we're going to do a little sifting. Sifting is very important.